Welcome to another live stream. I am kind of doing this a little bit bare bones. I don't have my little my little chat window on the side. I'm not sure that I like that. I mean, I know that on YouTube you can see the chat window, but on the phone, I don't know, it's not there. So I've been putting it there, but I'm just not sure that I like how it looks. So I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that or not, but nonetheless, this does not have anything to do with the chat window. This live stream is all about my arcade 1-up Rampage machine. See, I noticed one evening when I was playing a lot of Gauntlet that Gauntlet glitched out on me. It did a thing that made no sense and made the game unplayable, which really, really stunk because I had gotten up. I had been playing for like an hour and a half. And then, no saves or anything like that. So yeah, no more Gauntlet, at least for that game. I would have had to restart. So I took a video of what was going on, and my cat is down here insisting that he get attention. Here, you can be on camera, Leslie. So anyway, I took a quick video of what was going on the screen, and I emailed Arcade 1-Up. And they agreed to send me a new CPU, and then they told me to contact them, and their technical support people would walk me through the process of replacing the CPU. And we both know that I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to turn on my camera and wing it and share my experience with the internet. That way, if I really screw it up, everybody gets to see it live on camera. So this is the new CPU. It took a while to get here. This happened back just after Christmas. It was January. I think that I contacted them about maybe January 19th, I'm thinking. It was late January, and we are now in April. But I understand the holidays were very, very busy, and then apparently this board was they didn't have any, and they were in the process of producing more, and for whatever reason it took a long time for me to get this, but I finally got it. So we're going to take apart a Rampage machine and replace this. So that's going to be fun. So I'm going to aim the camera down a bit, because I'm going to need to lay the machine on the ground. On the floor. It's not a dirt floor, so here we go. There we go. And don't really need the hat. I just put the hat on for the video because I feel like you won't recognize me without the hat. All right, so first things first, I'm going to take off this side panel. And I'll keep my eyes open on the chat window on my YouTube thing here, and hopefully see it if you actually make any comments, and I'll be glad to respond. But it's much tinier now. That was one of the other things that I liked about my other setup, is I used to make everything really, really big. That way I could see it from across the room. I really like this little rechargeable cordless screwdriver. It's got a lithium-ion battery, and it says Work Pro on it. It's it's pretty much a no-name brand thing that I got online on Amazon for I think about 20 bucks. I remember having to buy one of these at work for a project that we were doing, and I really liked it. So I got one myself, and I've been using it for a couple years now. I think about 3 years, and it works great. It was pretty inexpensive, so you know. And by the way, I am not a paid representative of WorkPro, but that doesn't mean that I couldn't be. I know it's kind of a lame joke when it's not even a real company, but whatever. So it's okay. So I've taken out the there's a couple more. Here we go. Okay, so there's 6 screws on the side of the cabinet. And then there's also a screw on the front of the control panel here. So we want to take that out as well. Actually, I see a second screw there. So we got the 2 from the side panel, and they're exactly the same screw, so you don't have to worry about getting them mixed up. And I think that is everything. It feels like it's still attached on the side here. So the monitor may still be attached. There is a yeah, I think that the monitor is attached. All right, I may have to take off the back. Now, of course, if I were really thinking, I would look up the assembly instructions and go through the reverse order, but I don't wanna. So I'm not. I think I might have to take off the back panel too. Let's just go ahead and say that I do. And that back panel has, looks like 2 screws. Yeah. Okay, there are only 2 screws holding on the back panel. Now the power cord is attached down here, so I'm not just going to yank that because the other end goes into the CPU. And then, let's see, yes, okay, the monitor is attached, and I'll turn it around so you can see what's going on. Because it's not much of a live stream if you can't see what's going on, right? Right. And I'm sorry that I keep looking in that direction. It's just that the laptop is over there. And so when I want to see, oh, hi, honey. My wife is watching me. So I love you, sweetie. Yeah, that's why when I kind of want feedback, I keep looking in that direction, but I should be looking at you. So I'm going to take this. Just set this right here, and then I'm going to grab it at the bottom and spin it around. My biggest fear with this is that because this thing's kind of built like IKEA furniture, most of you have probably gotten a piece of IKEA furniture and then at some point had to move and disassemble your IKEA furniture. And have you ever noticed that once you put it back together, it's just never quite the same? That's my biggest fear here. So I'm trying to be careful while I do this. And Wesley is playing with his little toy mouse, which is really adorable. You get that mouse. Okay, I may just have to show this if he he's gonna go for it more or not. He's kind of distracted by what I'm doing. All right. So take this out. All right, and aim the camera further down. This is, it's going to require a little bit of finagling. Wait a minute here. Let me. I apologize for the whooshy camera. There we go. There we go. That's not so bad. I've got the camera on the back of a chair, so, you know, I'm doing what I can here. Let me get a light. I got this little lantern at the Everything's a Dollar store for $1. It's actually pretty awesome. And it came with batteries in it. I mean, it'll probably only last 5 minutes, but it's $1. So, as you can see, the, well, maybe you can't see. Let's bring this a little closer. Oh, really? Okay. So we're going to go through Videoception here. You can see my laptop, and we're just going to move the laptop down here. Just move the operation. There we go. Except that I don't like it when my laptop is sitting on the carpet because there's a lot of venting underneath, and when it's on the carpet, that venting can't do anything. So I put the laptop on top of my cooling device. Yes, I still use that. So there we go. We've got the laptop down here. And now, oh, and there's Dudley. Hi, Dudley. Dudley was almost named Atari because his tail looks like a joystick. So let's take the camera, and now you can see that the monitor is attached with little brackets just like these. So I need to disconnect the ones that are up in the top, right up in there. You can see that. So I'll unscrew those, and then we'll be able to get the side panel off. And now that can go back there. All right. Hi, Dudders. Can I have that? No? He doesn't want me to grab his tail. I don't know why. Can I have this? Oh, no? Wait, take. How about now? Can I have that? No? He's a really cute cat. All right, so let's see. I guess it's no problem if I lay on that. So, hey, look at that. It's a little mouse. You don't care at all. Okay, so that's a couple of those screws over there. And now this just lifts off. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to pull out the power cord right there. And that means that that Dudley wants to play with it. Do not eat my power cord, cat. All right. So let's make this all a little bit easier for you to see. All right, so I suspect that the CPU is right here, and it seems to be screwed in. Let's see, looks like there's a couple screws right there. So let's take those out. These are the other two screws that were in those brackets. And let's see. Look at that. That's the thing right there. So this is screwed into this little sheet metal housing. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to disconnect this ribbon cable. I guess it's not accurate to say that this is the first thing that I'm doing because I've done several other things before this. The whatever if thing is the next thing. That's it. The next thing that I'm doing is disconnecting this ribbon cable. And now we have that. And there's, and I guess this is like the monitor input. And then there's something here too. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know what these wires do, but I'm going to disconnect them. Should just pull out. Should. You know what? It might be good for me to get a straight screwdriver and, you know, kind of leverage it out a little bit. So let's do this. Got a little toolkit here that I keep in my laptop bag. My laptop bag is really heavy because I keep a ton of crap in it. And one of the things that I keep in there is this little toolkit that I got for $10 and then added stuff to. And but I use it all the time. So I'm sure that people at work wonder why it is that I carry so much stuff. It's because I have emotional problems. Oh, look at that. That's working great. Yeah, that was the way to go. So I just kind of used the screwdriver to get under the edge of this connector and just sort of pry it up gently. And I notice that there is a little white dot on this connector. Here, I'll see it. So, do you see let's see, can you see the little white dot? It's hard to see. All right, here. Let's go down into the light. So, there. So there's the little white dot, and that was on this side. So when I put everything together, I need to make sure that that little white dot is up on this edge. And now we're also going to pull out this. try and okay, I'm sorry. Doing this one-handed is just not going to work. So, once again, I've got my little straight screwdriver, and I'm just going to go in here and get underneath the little ribs. There we go. Give it a little bit of a twist and get that thing out. Dudley, are you helping? Are you a helper cat? There we go. So, okay, now we've got a grounding wire that is screwed in here. So we're going to disconnect that. There we go. And this is now out. So I can just take out these other 3 screws. Run out of energy, so just are there any other screws? I don't see any other screws. There's a child outside that's yelling something. They don't sound like they're in distress, though, so I don't think you have to worry about that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's just kind of wedged in there. So that's it. This is the old CPU. So we'll just set that aside. They want me to send this back, so I do need to send this back. And now we have the new CPU, which let's just take a look. They look exactly the same. Not that I expected them to be any different, but this one has a little sticker on it that says Rampage. So so that's really not interesting at all. So we're just going to set this in here, and I'm going to spare my drill battery a little bit. And we got our screw, and we'll get it started. And got the opposing corner here. Actually, you know what? I think that this is the one that the ground went in, so I don't think I want that screw in there. Now that I think about it. Instead, let's just put this right up in here. There we go. And we'll do this one. Yes, Cat Boss is here. Isn't that right? Are you Cat Boss? See, actually, Wesley is Boss Cat, and Dudley does what Wesley says. And this is true. There have been times when we've woken up in the morning and Dudley is laying on the bed, and Wesley will yell at him from the hallway, and then he immediately jumps up and goes out to see what Cat Boss wants. But at the same time, Dudley is our boss, so I guess Wesley is boss cat and Dudley is cat boss. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, so we've got this in the housing now, and I'm going to go ahead and put in this ground wire, and the screw is still in there, which is great. So we'll just reattach that, and now we've got this, and remember that white mark, it is right here, and it goes to this edge. So I'm going to just very carefully put that back on because I don't want to bend any of those pins. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. And then this goes in here. And I'm just going to push that down like that. And now we have the ribbon cable. And there we go. This thing is back in, which is awesome. Now I can feed these into here, and we can put this screw back in. Okay. I like magnetic screwdrivers. Yeah, it keeps the screw. That's nice. What are you doing, Dudley? No. Here, if you want in there, my Dudley wants into the cabinet. Here, take a look. So there's Dudley trying really hard to get into the cabinet. Dude. There. Fascinating, isn't it? And this is why he is cat boss, because he wants to get into the cabinet, and then I open the door for him. There we go. All right. So where we left off is I need to put the screw back in here. Go. There we go. And now, all right, that's so there's one other thing that I've noticed that bugs me on this machine. Okay, there's a couple things. The controls for Defender are awful, and but there's also a speck. There's like a piece of sawdust on the screen behind the plastic. So while I've got it apart, I'm going to see if there's a way to get that apart and clean out the inside. And that means taking out these screws. Now, Dudley was kind enough to shed inside the cabinet for me, so that was nice. different little screw tip. Hello, Dutters. Hi. Hi there. Can I get your tail? No. Can I get your tail? No. It's like a handle. I can't resist grabbing it. Hi. There. See, this is now a cat video. That means it'll get 1 million views. Take out those screws. And there's a couple other screws that are up here in the top, which you probably can't see, but I'm going to take those out as well. And I guess, let's see, I can take out the ribbon cable from the control panel. There we go. So unplug that. Now I've got the screen here. And yeah, I think I can do this. All right, I think I can do this. This is good. Dudley, you're being so helpful. All right, I need to get a rag and some Windex or something. I'll be right back. Till then, you can look at Dudley. Thank you for staying on camera, Dudley. You've got a very cute back of the head, and everybody's going to be glad to see it. Can I have that? Oh, let's see. Can't wait for some arcade goodness. Thank you. Thank you very much. He is an adorable cat. I love this cat. All right, so let's first do the front a little clean. Okay, so let's put this up here, and maybe you'll even be able to see this. All right, so if you look really closely, you see that little speck there? Yeah, there, you can see it. Okay, that little speck there and that little speck there, okay, those are both behind the plastic. That is really, really annoying. I can't get to it. So there are 4 screws here, and I think that I can just take off this front cover and clean it off from the back. I'll take that. And the whole chair. Oh, and drop the light and scare the cat. Sorry, Dutters. Okay, so I just lost the tip to my screwdriver. Where'd my tip go? Darn it, where'd my tip go? Screwdriver tip, you're making me look bad on camera. It's not the screwdriver tip's fault that I look bad on camera. I accept that reality. All right, so here we go. Take that screw out. And that is 3. There we go. And then this just lifts off. Look at that. So I can set that down just like that. And do a quick dusting here. I want to make sure that I don't leave any lint on here. That would really stink. Looks so. Get the front here. All right, so we have that. And you can see, well, hopefully you can see, look, there's stuff here. So I'm going to get that. I'm not going to spray directly on the screen. I have no reason to think that would hurt it, but I just don't feel good about doing that. So I'll give my rag a little squirt and just very lightly wipe this away. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. I never mentioned the lint on the inside of the screen. My phone is about to die. I never mentioned the lint on the inside of the screen to Monica because she got me this thing, and if it turned out that there was no way to clean it, then she would feel bad. But now that it's clean, I can be public about it. Oh, let's see. Yes. Toon Skunk Gamer was just saying that he hates it when electronic devices come with schmutz inside them. He didn't use the word schmutz, but I like the word schmutz. But yes, I agree with you, Toon Skunk Gamer. And by the way, I have to compliment you. That's a fantastic Scream name. That's awesome. So thank you, Toon Skunk Gamer. So I'm going to put this back together. Do I have this the wrong way? No, I don't. Okay, this is still the right way. I was concerned for a second because I saw holes up here, but that's okay. The holes are supposed to be up there. So I'll just put that in finger tight and then get this one in here, finger tight. And now this thing won't slide all over the place on me. Do a little shifting, center it up. There we go. And we get another one. And this one. Anyone who has seen the live streams that I did about building my own MAME cabinet will recognize right away that this thing is built much, much more simply than my MAME cabinet. My hat's off to the people at Arcade 1-Up for the simplicity of their design and the fact that they managed to get it all to fit into a flat box. I really admire that. And I did not achieve that when I built my own cabinet. There we go. All right. So now this goes right back in here, and there's just so you can see, there's actually a track inside here. You know, there's this milled groove right here that the screen sets into, which is really nice. You know, there was a lot of thought and a lot of good planning that went into the design of this thing, and I really respect it. I don't know how that company's doing. I hope that they're doing well, because you know, it seems like my impression is that this whole thing is just like a labor of love for a small group of people who thought, boy, wouldn't it be great to make it so that people could bring arcade classic video games into their home and play them close to the way that they used to play them in the arcades, and without having to be tech savvy and you know, build their own cabinets and install MAME. I mean, these things are beautiful machines, and you know, I'm kind of a fan. Now, that being said, sadly, it's unlikely that I will buy another one of these, just because I already have a MAME cabinet that plays like everything, and you know, I only have so much space. But if you have the space and you want a basement arcade, you know, I mean, these machines aren't like cheap. Yeah, you know, they're like I think around $300 a piece. So you know, that is some money. But in comparison to buying a vintage arcade cabinet, this is so affordable. And you know, if you were buying one, you know, maybe every year for Christmas or something like that, or you know, whatever, you could have a nice collection of games, and especially the ones that have multiple games on them. It's just, you know, it's pretty awesome. So you know, like I said, for people that aren't tech people and aren't DIYers, this is a great option for somebody who's not going to get a Raspberry Pi and isn't going to download MAME and, you know, all of the extensive hours and hours of work that it takes to make those things work. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of those things too, but it's but you know, you have to be a certain kind of crazy to be doing that. Unfortunately, I am that kind of crazy. Also, these are completely legal. you don't have to worry about the legal loopholes of, can I download this ROM? Do I have the rights for this ROM, or any of that stuff? So, you want to be free and clear. These cabinets are the way to go. All right, there were 2 screws on the top here. What did I do with those? I put them somewhere. Where did I put them? Where did I put them? This is what I do. I lose my screws. Is it these? Was it these 2? Were these really long ones, the ones that were in the top? I think that they were. Yeah. Okay. I'm thirsty. I've been talking a lot. You'll notice that I'm still drinking the green tea. I have not had soda in 6 weeks, and that's been rough. I have not had really any caffeine, except I did. Okay, at the theater today, I had an unsweetened tea, and it's just regular tea, which means that it did have caffeine in it. I didn't feel anything, but still, that's the most caffeine that I've had in 6 weeks. I didn't see the doctor. I should do this on a separate live stream, but the people that are watching this aren't necessarily going to watch a live stream about my my bland diet. But I did see the doctor, and she said that I'm doing all the right stuff. But we're going to do some tests because she doesn't think that my stomach problems are caused by my diet. Now, that being said, I don't think that my crappy diet has done me any favors for all these years. So I think that it's good that I did this. And she gave me a gold star, by the way. Gold star. She didn't literally give it to me, but I said, do I get a gold star? And she agreed that I earned the gold star for being on the bland diet and the way that I'm doing it and the decisions that I've been making with the diet. So that's been A+. But that being said, she doesn't seem to think that the food is the reason why my stomach hates me so much. Okay, well, that's it for the cordless screwdriver. So I'm going to put this on the charger, and I will be right back. Sorry, Wesley. Okay, sorry about that. Consider that an intermission. Did everybody pee? I didn't, but I did get this cordless. So it's kind of overkill for this job, but it'll work. All right, so let's not forget that I had disconnected this ribbon cable, so I need to plug that back in. And that goes into the control panel. There we go. And before I, well, let's see. Okay, so I've got this attached. I've got this attached. I can. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on the back panel here. And now we can put on this. Now, let me show you the inside of this side panel here. You'll notice that it also has milled in grooves here for the front piece of the cabinet, which I'll put it this here. So there's this panel here, which makes up the front panel, and it has artwork on the other side. And then there's also this little panel here. And so that's what fits in here and here. So I need to make sure that those line up, in addition to the large milled groove here for the screen. So we're going to have to just do a little bit of slidey and liney uppy. There we go. Okay, those popped in. And then there's also some wooden pins that need to line up with some holes on the inside of this thing. So we will get that as well. Like I said, it's just like IKEA furniture. Okay, that's good. That's a good sound. And why can't I? There we go. So now that that's on there, this has to. There we go. That's another good sound. And there we go. And now, all right, you're not going to be able to see this, but well, here, let me do this. Okay, I'm going to do this so you can see. So you can see right there. The screw holes are lining up. So at least I hope that you can see her. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop you. All right. There we go. There. All right. So. All right. Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to drop you there. I just couldn't see. I was looking in there, and I couldn't see what was on my computer screen to see if you could actually see those holes. So anyway, they are lined up now. And so I need to put those screws in. And let me get them started with this little screwdriver. There we go. And go to this bracket up here for this one. All right, there we go. And now this one. This one. All right. That's good. Tighten that up. Tighten that up. Tighten that up and tighten that up. There we go. It's good. It's really good. Okay, so I don't remember where this screw went. It went somewhere. Oh, let's see. There's this that has to fit in here somewhere. There we go. And then that has to fit in. Oh, that's good. That's really good. All right, so we've got the 6 screws on the side here, and I've got okay. These, I believe. Let's see. That's those 6, and then those 2. Oh, these were the screws that held on the back panel. Remember that now. So I don't need these yet. What I will do is move this stuff around a little bit. And all right, that screw goes there. And so these 2 go on the control panel. And I'll put some screws here. That going in. You know what? A little bit afraid of starting it with the impact driver. I don't want to cross thread anything, so. Why is that? Let me try a different one. There we go. And I'm going to go to the other end now. Kind of do this the same way as lug nuts on my truck wheel. You know, I go around opposite ends of the star. There we go. And then I'm going to go up here. There we go. And put this one in. And then down here. And then here. And right here. And now just make sure to tighten these all down. Not too much. Just tight, not gorilla tight. Just, you know, the tight side of tight. There we go. All right. I'm going to move the camera back a bit. So we have the back panel here, and move some stuff out of the way so I can sit down again. There we go. And there's my screws. Okay. So, so this goes this way. But before we put this on, let's not forget to plug in the power. It just plugs right into the bottom of the CPU, right inside here. There we go. I guess I could go, yeah, I think that I should go inside this, not outside. So here, I'll go behind it. Okay, and now, there we go. And then I'm going to slide this so you can see it. Once again, right in here, we have a milled slot. So the bottom of this panel goes into that milled slot, just like that. And then the top just goes up against the back here. And the screw lines up with the hole. Almost like magic. I love it when parts fit together. Look at that. Easy. Easy peasy. There we go. All right. Well, that's it. I'm going to set up the machine and I'm going to turn it on and we're going to see if everything works. I hope it works. All right, I'm going to take my tools out of the way. This little toolkit I got at a convenience store in New York for $10. I think I've gotten my $10 worth out of it. Move that out of the way. And the cord for this thing is that way, so I have to move things around. Oh. Guess I don't need this on anymore. I can move this stuff. And move Mr. Laptop. What's wrong, Dudley? Am I doing stuff? There we go. And there. Plug the cord in. There we go. Now we turn it on, and these machines always create a dramatic pause that make you worry that it doesn't work. And then that happens. I think it worked. All right, so I love Joust, so I'm gonna play some Joust here, and it shows you the control layout, which is nice. There we go, and then woo! All right, this is working. If you press and hold the player 1 button, then it goes back. I think that we're good. So success! Woohoo! Yeah. Let's see. All right. Thank you much, sir. It does look awesome. And no more schmutz behind the screen. So that's a big plus. I'm really happy this worked. And a special thanks to the people at Arcade 1UP. I know that you're never going to see this video, but nonetheless, I'm thanking you anyway, because these machines are awesome. And I hope that you guys have lots of success and sell a ton of these and continue making them and selling them. And thank you for getting the part out to me. You know, I know that it was probably a little bit of a pain in the butt, but yeah, everything seems to work great. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Toon Skunk, for watching, because you might be the only other person besides my wife that's watching this. But anybody else that's watching, thank you very, very much for tuning in. I appreciate every view because I need them and I'm trying to share stuff. So thank you. And thank you for commenting. And I guess that's it. So this is... Wait here, I'll do my traditional closing here, showing that you do not need to be afraid to take apart your Arcade 1UP machine and change out the CPU without contacting technical support. This is Clay Carlino telling you to be brave. Yay! I'm sorry, I'm trying not to do the yay anymore because everybody tells me that the yay is dumb. But I still like the yay. I mean, you know, it's kind of part of who I stole it from Monty Python, and Monty Python is cool. It's sort of reminiscent of, you know, they ate Robin's minstrels and there was much rejoicing. Yay. So that's where I got that. Okay. But, you know, anyway, Thank you, and I'll see you next time.